Y'all, today on Restless Chipotle, we're gonna make this no-bake cheesecake cherry pie. So good, so quick, so easy. This pie is great for summer because it's no-bake, it's super easy, it takes minutes. It's just you have to remember to make it like several hours ahead of time because it does have to chill. So whenever we're working with cream cheese, we use a paddle attachment and we use a low speed. You don't want to get air in your cream cheese unless you're making like whipped cream cheese frosting. But for like a cheesecake or for what we're doing here, you want room temperature cream cheese and you want to use a paddle attachment. And all we're going to do is turn that on to low. Well, we're going to do this first. I'm doing everything backwards today and it's kind of messing with my mind. All right, so we're just going to turn this to low and let it go. If all of the lumps won't come out, switch to the whisk once it's mixed up really well, but you still have tiny little lumps of cream cheese in it. I always switch to the whisk if that happens, and then just give it a quick whisk at maybe medium speed. All right, so we're just going to stir this up from the bottom, and all of the lumps of cream cheese are gone now. It's just a very, well, most of them. It's just a very smooth, rich mixture. Now we're going to take 8 ounces of Cool Whip that has thawed overnight in the fridge. And I highly recommend thawing it overnight in the fridge rather than trying to hurry it up on the counter because it has a better consistency, okay? So the first thing we do is we take half of it, about half of it, don't worry too much about that. And then we're going to fold that in gently. Folding in half at a time keeps the mixture from breaking down or losing its airiness. And you're just going to keep folding that in until the Cool Whip is all mixed in, which is kind of hard to tell since you're dealing with white on white. But you can kind of see the difference in texture, and the cream cheese is a little bit yellower. Get that all folded in. Once we have that batch folded in, we're going to fold in the next batch. But folding is over and under, very gently, and scraping the bottom often because you don't want anything to get caught down there. Now we're going to take the second part of it. We put the full 8 ounces of Cool Whip in the cream cheese mixture, cream cheese and sour cream mixture. Then we just fold that in. If you're going to want more Cool Whip, like for the top, you're going to need another container of it. I used to eat Cool Whip out of the freezer frozen. It used to drive my mom nuts. Now my kids do it. Even though they're grown up, sometimes they come home and get in the freezer and get into the Cool Whip. And it drives me nuts. So there we go. All right. We're just going to fold that in very gently. You don't have to be quite as careful this time because your mixture's already folded and aerated. Once it's all folded in, we're going to spoon it right into the crust. And you can see how fluffy and aerated it is. Hope that doesn't fall on the floor because we'll miss it. And you just fill that crust with it, just like that. You can use whatever kind of crumb crust you want. You can use homemade crumb crust, which gives you a lot more options. Blueberry pie topping on this with a lemon cookie crust, so good. Or you can just buy one at the store because you don't have time, and that's what I did. I'm doing a cherry topping today, and technically I could have used a chocolate crust. That would have been good too. Which would you have used? Chocolate? Probably would have been a good choice. Okay, so we're just going to get that in there as evenly as possible. And as much as I would like to leave some in here to lay out, I don't need those extra calories. So I am going to use this to get as much of it in this pie as possible so the calories go to somebody besides me. I kind of want to keep it away from the edges because I'm going to put the plastic top back on, and I don't want it to get in there. All right, smooth it out. Try to keep it even. There it is. All right, we're gonna take this. I'm gonna put this top on it. I'm gonna put this in the fridge for 8 hours or overnight. You can freeze it at this point if you want to. Just pop it in the freezer for up to 3 months, take it out when you're ready and put the pie filling on top and you're ready to go. Really nice to have several of them made ahead of time because they're so quick and easy to make. there we go. I'm gonna take this, put it in the freezer, and I'll see y'all in the morning. All right, y'all, this has been in the fridge overnight. We're gonna take this plastic top off. One of the things I really like about using these, the commercial crust, is that you get these plastic tops and it makes a really easy way to cover it. So this is our no-bake cheesecake pie, and it is firm and creamy, looks delicious. On the blog, I used blueberry topping, but you can use any kind of fruit topping you like. Raspberry, blueberry. I'm using cherry today because that's what I had and it sounded good. The only thing we need to do now is to put the cherry filling on top of the pie. And I'm just gonna use this straight from the can and I'm gonna spoon it right on top. Just like that. Looks so good. You don't have to use all of it. Sometimes, especially if it's kind of runny, using all of it can be super messy. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll put part of it on to get it started. And then once the slices are on the plates, I'll put the rest of it on. And I think that's what I'm gonna do here. Here's my plate, and let's slice into it. See if I can get these slices even. Probably not, y'all know me. If you want really pretty slices, clean your knife off in between. That way the cherry doesn't smear quite so bad. Still is gonna smear probably. And that right there is what I mean. If I'd put more on there, it would be running everywhere. So that's why I like to just wait until it's on the plate and put a little bit more on. And actually, if you wanted to do different flavors, you could wait until it was on the plate and put different pie fillings on each slice. So I'm gonna put more cherries on top. Because why not? And look at that, y'all. Look how thick and rich that is. Look how that falls over and causes a huge mess on the plate. I'm not doing very good with this one today. But it happens. Okay, y'all. So after dropping the one piece and then this piece falling over, it doesn't look particularly beautiful, but you can see how thick and rich and creamy this is. So good. And it's so easy, other than getting it out of the pan. So that's it for me today. I hope y'all will try it. I know you're gonna love it. I love y'all. Come back next week and don't forget to subscribe. Oh, and don't forget, the recipe is down below. You may have to scroll a little bit, but it's down there, I promise. And it's also on the blog. The printable recipe is on the blog with nutrition information, all that kind of stuff. So I'll see y'all next week, okay? Bye-bye.